Ever wondered how China skyrocketed its economy since the late 1970s, with GDP growing at an impressive rate of over 9% per year? More than 800 million people have escaped poverty during this period, and there have been remarkable advancements in healthcare, education, and various services. Curious to know the secrets behind China's rapid and successful development? Stay tuned as we explore the fascinating story in this video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with more intriguing content like this. The art of balanced urbanization. Embark on a journey across China and you'll notice something unique. All cities, from bustling Shanghai to vibrant Chongqing, are thriving. Dive into the GDP figures and you'll find that even Shanghai, China's richest city, contributes just 3% to the massive $18 trillion national GDP. The same balanced development story unfolds in Beijing and Shenzhen. Contrast this with Japan, where Tokyo, the largest city, claims almost 20% of the country's GDP. In South Korea, development is concentrated in Seoul and Gyeonggi province. This starkly illustrates that China's strategy is different. It emphasizes balanced growth throughout the nation. Remove Shanghai, and China's overall economy is impacted by just 3%, a far cry from Tokyo's 20% influence on Japan's GDP. China's impressive economic surge is intricately linked with urbanization. In 1950, only 13% of the population lived in cities. Fast forward to the end of 2023, and that figure soared to 66.2%, with projections reaching 75 to 80% by 2035. The World Bank highlights the staggering urbanization in China, from 69 cities in the 1940s to a whopping 670 in 2007, nearly 10 times the original count. Remarkably, 89 of these cities boast populations exceeding 1 million, dwarfing comparable figures in the United States and India. This balanced urbanization is a key factor propelling China's extraordinary development. Pioneering innovation through mass adoption and adaptation. China's remarkable development isn't just luck. It's fueled by the power of its massive population and their incredible ability to quickly adopt and adapt to new ideas. Imagine having a resource that no other country possesses. Hundreds of millions of people who've experienced unprecedented change and have become experts at embracing innovations on a scale and speed unseen anywhere else on the planet. This unique aspect of China's innovation scene, featuring hyper-adoptive and hyper-adaptive consumers, is what makes China a global powerhouse today. The real test for any innovation is whether people are willing to use it, and in this aspect, China stands out with no equal. Take the mobile payment revolution, for example. Both the United States and China saw the technology emerge at the same time. In 2014, Apple Pay kicked off in the US, followed by Samsung Pay and Android Pay, while Alipay and WeChat Pay launched in China. Although the timing and tech were almost identical, the adoption rates were dramatically different. By early 2019, while Apple Pay boasted 383 million activated phones globally, only 24% of US iPhone owners had actually used it. Meanwhile, in China, WeChat Pay achieved an incredible 84% market penetration among smartphone users. WeChat Pay's success story doesn't stop there. With 1.2 billion monthly active users, the app handled 1.2 billion transactions a day in 2018, outpacing Apple Pay's 1 billion a month. In 2019, China's total gross expenditure via mobile apps was a staggering 551 times greater than that of the United States. What makes China's mobile payment adoption so extraordinary? It's the people. China's unique attitude toward adopting new technologies stems from lived experiences that set them apart from any other country. The Lived Change Index, tracking economic changes based on lifetime per capita GDP, shows that living in China since 1990 means living in a country moving faster and changing more rapidly than anywhere else on Earth. Comparing economic growth, Americans have seen their per capita GDP grow roughly 2.7 times since 1990. In contrast, someone born in China in the same year has experienced a mind-blowing 32 times growth. In 1990, China's GDP represented less than 2% of the global total, but by 2019, it skyrocketed to nearly 19%. China's people have become masters at adapting to radical change, recognizing that embracing innovative technologies is not just about survival, but thriving in an ever-evolving world. The human capital edge. When it comes to explaining China's impressive economic growth, many people point to infrastructure and foreign direct investment. However, the real secret lies in human capital development, a factor often overlooked in the growth narrative. Contrary to popular belief, China's world-class infrastructure wasn't the starting point. In the 1980s, India actually outpaced China in terms of infrastructure and FDI. The key revelation is that much of China's stellar infrastructure was constructed after the country had already achieved nearly a decade of 10% annual growth. In essence, growth itself provided the economic and financial resources needed for such massive infrastructure projects. A similar story unfolds with FDI. In the 1980s, China attracted minimal foreign investment but still experienced rapid growth. It took about 15 years of consistent growth for foreign investors to recognize the China story and pour significant funds into the country. FDI, therefore, followed growth and was not the primary driver. The real catalyst for China's growth lies in substantial investments made in human capital development, particularly from the 1950s to the 1980s. While India has recently surpassed China in population, the real measure of a country's demographic dividend goes beyond size. It includes the quality of its talent resources. China's workforce, with nearly 900 million people, is a powerhouse. On average, they've received 10.9 years of education. In comparison, India's working-age population is sizable, but only 51% of the labor force falls between the ages of 15 and 64, compared to China's 76%. Female employment in India lags significantly behind China, with only 25% of the workforce being women, even lower than countries with less economic development. China's substantial population isn't just about numbers, it's a strategic advantage in talent supply. The country's remarkable economic growth in recent decades is directly linked to mobilizing human capital. As China transitioned from agriculture to more productive industries and services, a growing portion of the population attained higher education levels, fueling the country's economic rise. In essence, it's the investment in people that has truly fueled China's remarkable journey of growth. In essence, the intertwined elements of balanced urbanization, innovative prowess, and human capital development form the backbone of China's economic miracle. The nation's rise is not merely a result of numbers, but a strategic narrative of progress that continues to shape China's role as a global economic powerhouse. What do you think is the key to China's fast economic growth? Is it the smart way they spread development across cities, the way everyone quickly adopts new ideas, or the big investments in education and skills? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this discussion, give it a thumbs up to show your support. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more engaging videos like this one.